Hi, and welcome back to Dirty Brian's Garage. Today we're going to be doing a little work on this 2013 Murray. Um, this mower actually belongs to two very good friends of mine. Um, Technically, I actually built this mower for them. But anyway, um, these are the people that I kind of admire because I'm just, where I'm a little bit older myself and everything. It reminds me of my older days and everything. Anyway, they just recently bought a house and they're raising a family and everything. They don't have a bunch of money to buy $1,000 lawnmower anymore and everything. The husband come up to me one day. He said, "Hey, Brian, I need a cheap mower. We just bought a house, and we gotta take care of this." I was laughing at the time because I'm like, okay, well, you're not gonna have to buy anything because these people have nothing but my ultimate respect. So I'm digging around up at the farm trying to find something that I could put together for a cheapy mower farm and everything. Well, in the meantime, another coworker comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, Bern, I got this old push mower with a bent blade in the garage." He goes, "I'm not doing anything with it. If you'd like it, you can have it and everything." And it's funny because he's actually good friends with all three of us. So I went over there, I took one look at it. I'm like, that's their mower right there. So that's how this whole deal became to be. Anyway, we have like I said, a 2013 Murray, uh, 4.5 horse Briggs. It's got the old small block on it. This should be one of the last years of the actual small block before they went to the E series engine. This has got the internal governor and everything, which I don't really care for, but this engine runs good, so I'm not gonna knock it. So I put this is going on its third season now. I put this mower together originally. It came back last year. We gave it a little freshening up and everything, and now it come back this year for the same thing. I like it that these people, they trust me with whatever. They just tell me, do whatever you gotta do with it, make it happen, and we're gonna move along with it. So anyway, let me get a quick walk around. I'm gonna show you what we're gonna be doing in this video. This mower could technically go out and mow lawn the way it is right now, but for one, the original pull cord is getting really, really, really frayed here, and I'm not sure it would last a season. So we're gonna have to replace that right now. We also got a small oil leak. And it's kind of hard to see in this light. Where your dipstick comes up through the block, you have a little O-ring there. I believe that's leaking a little bit. Possibly the valve cover gasket. I don't know yet. So we're gonna have to check in and all that. But otherwise, this mower is actually in very good shape for the year. So what I'm gonna do for right now, I'm gonna take this thing out. I'm gonna give it a bath, and then we're gonna take this thing inside, take it apart, get it ready, cause here comes mower season number 3 with it. So I'll be back shortly. Alright guys, we got this thing all cleaned up and on the stand. We're gonna go ahead and get this pull cover off of here in order to get the new string put in it. I'm also gonna pull this carburetor while I'm here. There shouldn't be anything wrong with it, but I figure I may as well just take it and drain the gas out of the tank and everything and get it ready. It's probably a little bit, yeah. See, our air filter's a little bit filthy. I'll go ahead and clean that up after. Real easy clean. But we got a couple of We got some 3/8 bolts holding the cover on. One off the carburetor. Them out of there. Alright, our pull cover is ready to come off. I had mentioned an oil leak. This right here, this red O-ring, that's what's leaking right there. I'm going to show you a quick fix for that after. But look at that. Let's go ahead and get this carburetor off of here real quick. Actually, this is a style I was talking about earlier. A couple videos back, I showed the one. It's got the plastic governor right here, the little flapper. This one here has got it going, it goes actually internal into the block. Like I said, they did this for the last couple of years of production of this engine, and I still don't know why, but I guess I never will know why. But anyway, on this one, just got a little spring right here. That's what tensions your for your governor. And this little tab here, you can bend it either way to, you know, either slow or, you know, speed up the engine and all that. That's really all there is to it. But so I just gotta go pop that one bolt out of there. But anyway, this mower is also here. I'm doing an oil change on it and sharpen the blade and everything. So give me a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and put this deck back on the ground and tip it up and start draining the oil while we're doing the pull cover. So we'll be right back. All right, and we're back. I just want to show you real quick. These newer engines, you're gonna notice one thing missing. There is no drain plug here. So that's why you want to tip the mower up on end. One thing I just wanted to showcase. So look at how clean this mower is underneath. For a 2013, this deck's gonna last a long time like this. I don't know whether the people are actually cleaning it, but I do know that they have some rocks and sand and everything on the property that may be doing it. Either way, this is what I love to see when I'm servicing a mower, because all that, you know, grass and everything everywhere, all that does is rot the deck out. This deck's gonna outlast me, I'm pretty sure. I hope it does, I really do. But anyway, like I said, there's no drain plug. So basically what I do on this case, got my little bowl here, just tip the mower up on its side and just let it drain out. Now typically what I do here is, while, you know, I'll tip it up like this and drain the oil while I'm sharpening the blade. And, you know, by the time I'm done with that and doing whatever other stuff I'm doing, it's ready to go. So that's exactly what's going on here. But that's all there is about that. But let's go ahead and get onto this pull starter. We're gonna go ahead and change the spring out. I bought the little kit from Walmart. It comes with a handle. I don't trust these handles. I hate them. I actually had one of these handles break in my hand one time, and it hurt really bad because it kind of puts a gash in your hand. So I always try and use the original handles. But anyway, you're gonna see, where is that? It's kind of hard to see. Right where my finger is, a little nipple sticking out. And that's gonna be your stop. So basically what you wanna do on this style pull starter, we're gonna go ahead and extract the rope all the way out. Like so. And you'll notice that the little nipple's right here. Right there. So, then I'll take a pair of vice grips and clamp them on there. Now these you do not want to clamp hard. You don't want to clamp them hard because you'll bend the metal and everything. But you see that little nipple's resting up against the vice grips now. So our spring is tensioned, but yet you know, it's not going to go anywhere. And now the rope, where is it? It's free. It'll pull right out of there because it's lined up perfectly with the piece in a pull starter. So we're going to go ahead and cut that out of there. Pull it on through. Same goes with a handle. You on the handle, it's kind of hard to see, but there's a little there's usually a little chunk of rope sticking out of there. Just pull that up through, give her a cut, and that's good to go. So we got our pull cord out. So this is the newer pull cord. This is approximately 6 feet. That's what I measured it out to, if I remember correctly. But we're gonna go ahead and feed it through there now. Like, hey, look at that, right in. Beautiful. Hopefully you could see most of that anyway. But we're going to head and tie the knot in it. What I like to do on these, I'll grab one end with the needle nose and the other end with the channel locks, and I'm just going to tension the heck out of this knot. Get as much tension as I can in it. Like so. And that thing's good to go. Some of them have a little pocket that the knot actually sits in, and this one does not, unfortunately. But yeah, it's going to be the same thing on a handle. All right. This one sometimes is a little bit more tricky because you have to sneak it through there. I used to own a real small set of needle nose that would do this. There we go. All right, and the same thing. You're just gonna tie yourself a little knot. Tension it up. There we go. Take your pull starter, tension that, you know, you put it through there. Give her a good yank. Look at that. Sit just barely sticking out of there. Then go ahead and pull your thing again. Let go of your vice grips. And voila. There we go. That's pretty much all there is to a pull cord on one of these deals here. Now you want to notice when you first pull it, your the little pawls extract there. That's what engages your starter cup. So I usually blast a little bit of 3-in-1 oil on them when I put it together. But that's really all there is to one of these pull starters. There's, you know, it's not rocket science and everything. So give me 1 minute. I'm gonna put this deck back on the stand. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get this pull starter back on. I'm gonna show you this oil leak setup, put the carburetor back on. We're gonna get this thing out on the lawn and, you know, hear it run. So I'll be right back. All right, let's go ahead and get going on putting this thing back together. So we got our all cleaned up carburetor and the vent things here for it. One thing on these carburetors that I did point out in the last video, when you take them off the intake, a lot of times what you're going to have is your O-ring and your clip pop off and they stay on the intake, and you cannot have that. They have to go actually back on the carburetor. So it's basically like such. You're going to go ahead and put your O-ring in there like so. This little clip pops back in there like that, and that thing's ready to go. Now, one of the things that I don't think I'd mentioned in some of the videos. Alright, so you got your throttle. This is your linkage for your governor. Alright, this side right here is called a Z-clip. So basically what it's going to do is going to go in like so, slide down, and that's how it works the carburetor. So you're going to have to, you know, it comes out so easy. But if you don't know it, you don't know it. I can understand that. So anyway, let's go ahead and get this carburetor back on this thing. Yeah, it should be good. So, yeah, wonderful. Well, we'll find that in a minute. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and put that setup over here. This other little end just slides into the governor arm there. Like that. So we're going to go ahead and put that Z-clip in the carburetor. This lighting in here sucks. Like that. Line up your intake and your vent. And slide her on home. That's really all there is to that. And now you're gonna notice your governor and your throttle are working in synchro or whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna have to shut this off for a minute because I dropped that stupid spacer, but we'll be back in a second. All right, sorry guys, that last clip got a little messed up. I lost that little spacer, and where this garage is so clean and organized, it took me about 25 minutes to find it, but it's back in there and behind the bolt there. Anyway, we got your this is your governor setting and everything. You notice it's everything's flowing as it should. Kind of hard to see it. You get that spring back in place and everything. Both bolts back in place. Time to go ahead and put this pull starter back on here. So, in your block here, it's very hard to see with this light. There's a little lip here. That O-ring's gonna actually sit up against that lip. So what we have to do, we gotta make everything clean in here. And I'm gonna show you how to do that. gonna use a little bit of paint thinner. Throw that on a rag. There we go. Now I actually wiped down this this area already with a rag, but I'm gonna put some paint thinner. That way we know for a fact all the contaminants are out of it. Now, the worst part is it'd be even easier just to buy a new O-ring, but I don't have one in stock at the moment, so we'll just do it this way. I mean, this is just an old trick. All right, then we're gonna, I popped the O-ring off the dipstick already. So we're gonna go ahead and clean all this up. Oh yeah, squeaky clean. And the nice thing about the paint thinner is it dries up really quick. So, let's go ahead. It's just your old typical gasket sealer, nothing major. We're gonna go ahead and put a little bit on the ring there. Get it, you know, so that that'll get it on the inside of the O-ring. So that'll work. Go ahead and put the O-ring back in place. Just like that. There we go. So now we got a good seal on the inside of it. Get all the excess off of there. Now we're going to take it just a little tad more. We're going to put it on the outside of it. You don't have to go crazy with this stuff because it will, there's no need of it, but there we go. And that's all that's needed for that. And I will show you next year when this mower comes in where this is not leaking anymore. So let's go ahead and this in here. So and we have it. We have one installed pull cover. I'm gonna have to, you know, play around and adjust it a little bit with the bolts and everything, but that's really all there is to this job. And now we have a beautiful looking 2013 Murray. So now one last thing, as I had said in other videos, this is my preferred oil, 1540 Rotella. This stuff does wonders on these engines. You know, as far as these guys in Briggs and Stratton saying you don't have to change your oil, well, that we're not buying that. We're gonna go ahead and put this in everything. This one, this particular engine takes a half a quart of oil. And what's a little bit, there's gonna be a little bit left in the bottom when I pour it out. I'm gonna go ahead and oil up this air filter. This air filter is stained. It's not filthy, it's actually been cleaned. But you want these foam filters, you want to oil them up a little bit. What the oil does is traps the dirt in the filter rather than letting it flow through. So, and next year I'm gonna go ahead and demand these guys that they buy a new filter for it, but we'll deal with that then. But anyway, up next, let me go ahead and bolt this thing back together, and we're gonna hear this thing run out in the driveway, and I'll see you very soon. All right, guys, here we are out in the driveway. Figured I'd give you a quick final shot of this old girl. I gave it a real quick rub down with polish. I didn't go crazy with it or anything, but she's looking pretty good. You know, like I said, considering what's this thing, what, 11 years old, something to that effect. Got a little bit of peelage going on in the block there, but it is on, you know, it's been through 2 cutting seasons since that spray, so not a biggie. But you know, we got our carburetor all back on, everything, all that. I did off film. I did pull all 4 wheels and just throw a little bit of grease on the axles. Nothing major, but anyway, let's go ahead and hear this thing run. And my apologies, something's going on with that mic that I have, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So I don't know exactly what's going on with that thing as of yet, but we'll work on that at a later date. Anyway, let's go ahead and just hear this thing run. And this thing right here, for what they're doing, as I've said in, you know, earlier in the video, this thing's gonna run their yard for many years. So I hope some of the tips on this video helped anybody out or whatever. I hope you enjoyed it, and you know, please give me some comments if you'd like, and we'll go from there with it. I also want to wish you all a very happy Easter. It is Easter Sunday here and everything, and now I'm going to go in the house and party with the family, and we'll go from there with it. So you guys have a great day.